You're listening to the news on Infinity Radio, where we bring you news that inspires, educates, and informs the society. Infinity Radio, your happiness, our pleasure.
Good evening, my name is Christine Niwarinda. This is the evening news on Infinity Radio. In the top stories, Dr. Kizza Besigye deemed unwell in court, returned to custody. Security tightened at NUP headquarters during opposition prayers for political prisoners. UPDF Special Forces deployed in Bunia, Eastern DRC. The news in details. Ugandan opposition leader Dr. Kizza Besigye was presented before the High Court in Kampala today, where Judge Douglas Singiza ruled that he was unwell and unable to proceed with the hearing. The former presidential candidate appeared visibly frail, a result of his ongoing hunger strike in protest of his detention. Following the judge's rule, Dr. Kizza Besigye was returned to a maximum security prison under the custody of Uganda prisons. His legal team remained in court to pursue a habeas corpus plea seeking his immediate release on healthy grounds. Security was heightened today at the National Unity Platform headquarters in Makerere, where joint opposition prayers were held for alleged political prisoners, including Dr. Kizza Besigye. A heavy deployment of security personnel, including police and military forces, was observed around the premises, with authorities stating that the measures were necessary to maintain law and order. The prayers, organized by opposition leaders and supporters, aimed to highlight concerns over the continued detention of political activists and opposition figures. The Uganda People's Defense Forces, Special Forces, have entered the eastern Congolese town of Bunia as part of ongoing security operations in the Democratic Republic of Congo. While official details on the deployment remain limited, sources suggest that the move is linked to efforts aimed at neutralizing armed groups operating in the region. Bunia, a key town in the Ituri province, has faced ongoing security challenges due to the presence of various militia groups. In other news, Mbale Regional Referral Hospital has successfully discharged its first Ebola patient after a thorough recovery. This marks a significant achievement in the country's efforts to control the recent Ebola outbreak that began in late January. The patient, who had been receiving treatment, was cleared of the virus after close monitoring and care. This outbreak, which began with the death of a 32-year-old nurse from Mulago National Referral Hospital, has since affected several individuals in the Mbale region. Health authorities swiftly identified and isolated over 100 contacts, ensuring strict quarantine measures are in place to curb further spread. As of today, 216 people remain under quarantine. The Ministry of Health has called for continued public cooperation, urging individuals to report any suspected cases of Ebola and to follow health advisories to ensure the safety of communities across the country. This is the evening news. Christine Niwarinda, good evening.
You're listening to the news on Infinity Radio, where we bring you news that inspires, educates, and informs the society. Infinity Radio, your happiness, our pleasure.